Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today here in Europe. I'm Caroline Hepker with Tom McKenzie, and we're joined by Bloomberg reporter Chloe Millay. Good morning, Chloe.
Good morning.
So we are looking at defence stocks this hour after President Trump's latest comments on the Ukraine conflict. Rheinmetall, sort of representative for the industry.
Yeah, and it's doing quite badly this morning with shares down quite significantly. But as we say, we have seen that weakness across that defence industry in Europe this morning, because the prospect of a peace deal in Ukraine is coming closer and closer. So Trump has said that the end to the war is closer than ever, and Zelensky has said that he had reached an agreement with the US to make security guarantees legally binding. So we'd already seen those defense shares moving lower yesterday because of those reports that Zelensky was willing to abandon the long-term plan for Ukraine to join NATO in exchange for some bilateral security guarantees with the likes of the US and Europe. And today, those downward moves are even sharper because of that very enthusiastic, upbeat commentary from Trump. And now the focus is really going to be on the response from Putin. One sticking point at the moment is around Ukraine giving up territory. Trump said that they'd have to, that they'd already lost some of that territory, but Zelensky had said that there was no decision that had been made on that. So there still remains some issues to iron out, but there's real progress on this, and it seems that the market is seeing this as a negative for that defense sector, and that's really weighing on that industry this morning.
To a very different space then. Keeping it chilly, ice cream brand Magnum looking to freeze out Ben & Jerry's chair. Newly listed, this business. How are investors reacting to that?
Not well. So this is just a week after the listing, after the spin-off for Magnum Ice Cream. So there's already a little bit of boardroom drama. So this company, which, as you mentioned, was spun off Unilever and started trading just a little over a week ago, is trying to remove the chair of Ben & Jerry's board. So that's an attempt to really tighten up control on Ben & Jerry's, which is a key subsidiary. And Magnum had essentially inherited a very complicated relationship that Unilever had with Ben & Jerry's. With Ben & Jerry's accusing Unilever in court of firing its CEO because of disputes over the social mission that Ben & Jerry's wanted to have, and saying that Unilever was not allowing it to do so. So it looks like the tension that started then under Unilever is now continuing under this new structure with that spun-off Magnum Ice Cream Company. And that's weighing on the stock this morning after what was a pretty strong debut.
Okay, so that on Magnum. Meanwhile, IG Group, why has this trading platform done so well?
Yeah, there's a quite strong momentum for that online trading company, and the shares hit a record this morning because it said that it expects to hit its medium-term targets for revenue ahead of schedule in 2026, and it also extended its buyback. So that indicates really strong momentum, strong demand for its products. Also means that it's able to acquire and have a good retention of customers across some of its different products. And now the next step for IG Group is going to be crypto. So it's just secured a crypto asset license from the UK Financial Conduct Authority in September. So we'll be enabling that company to expand its crypto offerings in 2026. That'll be the real focus. And it's also now planning to increase marketing investment in 2026 as well to accelerate that growth. So we'll probably be seeing some IG Group ads on the tube very soon.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.